What's going on? I'm back. So we back. I'm back. So we back. I said we back. I'm back. So we try our best to kind of like go back to where we started, but I'm gonna go back to where I finished. All right. So one thing about this is learning my thought, man. Getting the work done. Putting my principles here. Putting my patterns here. You feel me? One thing you gotta learn about this job is you gotta protect your peace. That's it. You can't just pull up and say I'm gonna pull up and make money. Nah, but I'm gonna pull up and do it as I do it the easy way in life. Sometimes the easy way is not that easy, and the hard way is not that hard. But when you pull up with a smile on your face, So right here is all about balancing yourself and creating new opportunities in your life to kind of gain from that. You gotta learn, right? So when people see you doing this, they're like, oh, I should do this too. It's not, I tell people your 9-to-5 job and you quit that and get into this, you're not gonna get your first check in a week. You wait till 2 weeks to get your check. If you start out the next week, you're not gonna get your check until the end of the month. That's how it works. So, yep. And when your first week, you only get paid a little bit, at $50 for your first week. And then you have to work your way from the 50, and then you get paid. If a client asks you to do some work for them, you gotta show up to the client's house on time, ready to work. And if you don't want to do it, and the client tell you to do certain things and you don't want to do it, the client pay you $40. And that's the time of service there. And that service right there, you get a bad rating. And they're gonna ask you, your check gonna come out to $40. But when you go to any check cash, you cash that, you deduct $4 out your $40. How much is that? $39. Yeah, how much is that? Deduct that $4 for the check cash when you get your check. How much you gonna get back? A little amount of money. All right? So that's how it is in life. All right, guys, we here. We on 37th Ave and 78th Street. Let's go. We got a long way to go till we hit 90s. And we're in the 70s right now. And that's the Q49. And that bus ride right there is good to walk because walking good for your ankles. You ain't old, you young. So as you can see here, I ain't old, I young. See my stomach ain't sticking up my shirt? That's it. I'm the manly man. All right, guys. Let's cross the street. Make this cash money. Make this cash money. It's a dead end right there, too. One time a person urinate. I'm gonna share a message about urination. A lot of people are disgusting. Say you need to use the bathroom. Don't just go behind a car and piss like that. You know you get a ticket for that, right? If you urinate on a public property. Let's say if you urinate in front of this building right here, right? Right? You get a ticket. And you know you gotta pay that ticket, right? So I tell people to use common sense if you need to use a bathroom. You go to any type of restroom to use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So people need to realize, stop urinating on the street. You know? I hit the 80s already, boy. How about that? Let's go. This used to be a snow. So we're gonna create a website where you could log on to, and let me cross the street because of the dog with this guy. So there's a website, hold on, that you could log on to get information on internship. And internship is a qualification with that. So we actually have the program where we hire. I have a program that I'm working on. I'm actually certified and teaching a class. So I'm gonna do we're working on doing like a AI class, and we could work using AI. So we could create a logo to use AI with that, and we try to start that process. So the classes offer from 14 through ages. I think it's from 8 to like 11, 8 to 13, actually 8 to 14. So you start your own. We help you open up a storefront, and you start building up designs. You start selling your stuff and make money. So there's starting that, but that information you could go online and get, but we're not gonna have the website up and ready right now. It's just a start, but I'm gonna announce it in the October event, Future Plans, Future Goals for the Basketball Wellness LLC. So the AI class, it's going to be registration. I said restoration. Registration will be the registration will be register for the class. We select 55 people to attend the class, and if it's 100 people attend the class, you have an evening class and we have a night class. So night class is actually the night class is gonna actually, we have a date, or what they call it. We have a morning class and a night class. So the morning class is gonna be from, like, say 8 to about 2. And then the night class is from 4 to like about 10. No, 4 to 9 actually. So there's 2 different classes. So just letting you guys know that. So we actually down 81st. And we going what? Roll that shit up. Alright guys, let's be back in a minute, or 2 minutes.